Hey guys, I'm Sean, and I am an ARKaholic. Now listen guys, last episode, we ended up getting ourselves a Pteranodon. We are somehow at level 48. I still honestly don't understand that, but I feel like we are lacking in the loot department. If I'm going to be honest guys, the only thing that we have better than primitive is just our normal bow. This thing is ascendant, but everything else that we own is primitive, and I think we need to make that change here today. Now, because we did get the Pteranodon in the last episode, I think today should be an exploring day, a looting day, just trying to get ourselves just some better stuff overall. But before getting into that, guys, a couple of episodes ago, we did get ourselves a Raptor, and, well, I went ahead and made a saddle for it, and I wanted to check out some of the skins with you guys. So first of all, I will mention I do have one of the skins already on this. The Raptor is one of those with the tribal mod that has both a traveling skin, if you will, and a warrior skin, or a fighting skin, if you will. So we're going to check out the fighting skin first here, and yeah, guys, this is absolutely sick, if I'm going to be honest. Now, I'm just going to warn you guys, there is going to be a little bit of a rant here. I did not intend for this to happen, but right when I saw the saddle, yeah, I mean, honestly, look at the amount of detail put into this saddle. It looks absolutely amazing. And by the way, we'll toggle the HUD off just to make it a little bit easier for us to be able to zoom in. Maybe, you know what, better yet, probably photo mode is probably the best way to do this, because, I mean, we can really zoom in and just get an idea on the detail that they've put into this. Now, by the way, guys, this is part of a premium mod, so you do have to pay for it. It's $5 each mod, basically, and they give you some really good skins and stuff like that. We kind of showed it off with our character a while ago. There's also skins for traveling mounts and warrior mounts, or fighting mounts, if you will. And for the Raptor specifically, it's one of those that has multiple saddles. This is the warrior or the fighting one, and I mean, just look at the detail here. I mean, the feathers on the back, the fact that it just has, like, the saddle extends all the way down to the tail is really cool. The skull's kind of used along the way. I really like this headpiece on here. It's kind of like we killed a Stiggy and then used its head kind of to carve into a bit of a helmet for the Raptor. I don't know. This just looks really, really good, honestly. Now, jumping out of this for a second, because we are going to take a look at the other skin here, which is the more of the traveling one specifically. Where are you? It is this one right here, and I think we'll pop into photo mode again to take a look at this. But again, you can definitely see straight away the differences between the two. That, yeah, this one specifically, probably not as much of a fighting one, if you will, but still, the amount of detail that they put into this, they kind of have kept that headpiece. It's almost like they took it from a Ovis. I don't know. Maybe it's an Ovis or something. But even look like at the feathers and like those little, whether they're gems or, to be honest, they kind of look like eyeballs, if I'm going to be honest. But we even got like these little wrist wraps. We have ankle wraps. We got these little spike things. Like, the amount of detail that they've put into this mod is absolutely crazy. And yeah, you got to commend them, too, for their work. And the crazy part is, as this Raptor moves, the feathers and everything will move with it. So they kind of have really put the work into this mod, and I absolutely love it. Now, warning, guys, I know I'm not really a ranter or anything, but this kind of, going a little bit of Family Guy reference here, really grinds my gears. Because, all jokes aside, guys, look at this saddle. Look at the previous one. Now let's look at the vanilla saddle. How do I unequip this? Right trigger? There we go. Nope, that is not what I wanted to do. I want to remove the skin. How do I do that? Let's just remove cosmetic, which is apparently C, doesn't exist. And let's just look at the normal Raptor skin. And it's just like, it really makes you think, and maybe this is just me, guys, but this is so plain Jane crappy and everything. Like, if Wildcard is getting a little bit obsessed with microtransactions and having us pay for stuff and all that kind of stuff, go the skins route. Like, come on. Look at it's miles different. It's almost like the vanilla one should be the mod, and these guys here should be like the leave it to the professionals. This is what ARK should be striving towards. Let's be honest. This skin is sick. And it's ridiculous. And again, I am not trying to take credit away from these modders because they are incredible. They should be the ones running the show. Let's be honest. Like, this is insane. And it's sad. I think it's just at that point that it is really sad that, one, we are getting to a point, at least in my opinion, where I feel like you can't really play, at least on ASA, a full vanilla series. I mean, you could. It just, in my opinion, it's going to be so boring and bland. You kind of have to add a little spice into it, whether it's going to be skins like this, whether it's going to be newer dinos, whatever. But it's just, I don't know. For me, it just shows the lack of quality that Wildcard is producing. And it's a little lazy, if I'm going to be honest. And I apologize, guys. You guys know me. I'm not really a negative Nancy kind of guy, but it's just stuff like that. The Dino Depot mod, look at this. Like, it's just everywhere that, like, the quality can be there. It's just, I don't know. Do they choose not to do it? Do they just not have enough time? Obviously, we'll never know the answer. None of us are inside the inner circle of working at Wildcard or anything like that, so we'll never freaking know. But it's just like, it's upsetting. That's all it is. That's all I'm going to say. It's upsetting. And it just makes me look at these saddles, and it's just like, that took like 3 minutes to do probably for the professionals. Like, come on, put a little more love into it or something, you know? I don't know. But anyways, guys, as I mentioned, again, apologies for the little bit of a rant there, but you guys know me. I'm usually really, really positive. Just right when I saw that saddle, I was like, come on, Wildcard. It's just one of those things where it's like, but anyways, guys, if you guys enjoy the ranting, if you guys enjoy this episode and everything, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you're enjoying this series and if you're excited to see more episodes here on the Forever Ark series. But guys, I want to go ahead and explore a little bit, kind of see what's all around us. Obviously, we know in that direction is a couple of Rhinognathus, so I might want to avoid that area. But we need to get some loot, which means we do need to get some loot drops, which we do need to see kind of how many oh my god, how many levels? Jesus. That is crazy. Okay. I'm not going to pump anything into health. I think putting it into health is going to be a little bit silly, if I'm going to be honest. So let's go ahead and pump some stam. I might just pump the entire thing of stam, honestly. 732 should be fine for now. I do want to put a little bit of weight, especially since we are going to be grabbing some loot drops and everything. So let's see what we can get up to. 271's not bad. I think I'm going to put the next 7 points into stam. There we go. Okay, so we're looking pretty good here. Again, with this thing having a total of 49 points into health, I really don't think we need to touch the health at this point. It's really just going to be the stamina and the weight. And the fact that it's at 370 melee seems pretty good, so I don't necessarily need to worry about that. Why do I feel like we're not moving still? Oh my god. Absolutely crazy. But taking a look around the area as of right now, not necessarily seeing any drops in the distance, but I think what we'll do instead is I think we will head kind of in this direction and we'll kind of take a look around. But on top of that too, I did bring the Paleoraptor with me because if we do end up spotting a high-level female, I would love to get my hands on that. Maybe do a little bit of breeding between the episodes. We'll have to see what happens because we do really have to start looking for some cave mounts. And although we were able to pull off the Artifact of the Hunter with the Styracosauruses, I don't think that's going to be a thing in the future. So we're going to need to get a little creative, if you will. And then on top of that, too, we don't really have that really good attacker, you know what I mean? We have the Equus, but of course the Equus is the Equus, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily and not naturally a fighter. So maybe something like, I don't know, maybe at this point we're at Direwolf, we're at Sabertooth, we're not really at Thylacoleo yet, and I really don't want to have to, like, rely on flyers and everything. I like using flyers from getting to point A, point B, but I would like to get myself, in the future here, a formidable amount that we can kind of work with, right? So, yeah. On top of that, too, We did end up seeing that Mesopithecus a couple of episodes ago, and although we didn't end up getting it, although it was a bit of a chaotic situation, I think that whole episode was just a chaotic situation, if I'm going to be honest. It has got me thinking that maybe we should start thinking about possibly getting a Mesopithecus too, trying to look at some of the other shoulder mounts and everything, because if you guys have watched me for a while, you know that I like my otters, but Did you guys see that? Was that something down? Why am I going towards it, actually? Because if it is something big... Oh. Did you, like, knock down a tree or something? Huh. Okay. Yeah, maybe you knocked down a tree, and that's kind of what threw me off. Okay. I don't know. It just looked like a really big creature, like a, a Rex, a Giga, you know, something like that. What was I saying? I really like using the otter as a shoulder pet, but I don't want to not look around for other options, if that makes sense. Yeah, so we'll kind of have to see what happens here. What is... Oh, a Quetzal. Okay. What level are you? You're not going to tell me, are you? All right, let's get a little bit closer. Kind of just want to get an idea of what levels everything is out here. You are level 140. Nice. Okay. Let's see. So, my only issue... A lot of Phiomios down here. Jeez. My only issue... with looking at... Ooh, wait a second. Nope, you're a normal raptor. Okay. Just going to be seeing all these raptors, aren't I? That is a normal raptor. That is a paleo, but it's 95. My only issue is we're kind of at that situation where, like, okay, we're not really high enough level to go after, like, a Rex or something like that. But at the same time, it's like anything that we do go for might just not be good enough for us right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little hard to explain, I guess, because if we do end up going for direwolves can be really, really good, but no saddle, and they take a stupid amount of headshot damage, right? If we get hit in the head, you know, it's going to take a lot of damage on the direwolf. Pathfinding is abysmal right now, so I really don't want to... That was a 140 regular raptor, but I don't know if you can crossbreed, so I'm going to be specifically looking for the paleo ones. But on top of that, we're kind of not at the level yet for, like, a baryonyx. If we wanted to go for a saber-tooth, that's fine, but again, yes, they use a saddle, but again, that whole headshot thing is a bit... that's a normal raptor. So, yeah, I'm at that kind of weird situation of what the heck do we go for, you know what I mean? And I think that's also another positive reason for throwing mods into a series where you could bridge those gaps with certain dinos and stuff like that. And maybe that's something we'll do if we can't find a formidable team, because I do have a particular mod in mind that could end up helping us with caving and everything. But that being said, why couldn't you be a really good level? But I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. But again, just kind of want to look around, want to grab some loot, want to see, I don't know, maybe we end up getting a Theory saddle, and maybe then we can go ahead and get a Theory because we already have the saddle for it. Or maybe we get a really good, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's kind of, I think I'm more at the point where the loot is going to determine what we go for next, because we certainly don't have any kind of saddle, whether blueprint or not, at base that's really good. You know what I mean? All right, what level are you? 95 paleo. That was a 140 Equus, by the way. You're a regular raptor. I don't know where the other raptor is. All right. Got a baryonyx down there. That thing's going to probably get beat. Yeah. Oh, 150 paleo trike. I would love to go for a paleo trike. My only issue with it is the speed. I don't know. I don't know. What is that? Is that a baryonyx also? Yeah. It's a shame that they didn't make like a paleo baryonyx. I think that would be really cool, right? Whoa. Whoa. 2 female greater Moshopses. I love how we just talked about... Oh, God, I'm like on the verge of death. I didn't even notice that. All right, take the stuff off. Is this going to help? Okay, no. We got to get over to, like... Okay, 1 second here. I hear raptors. Oh, boy. Okay, we're in a bad situation here. I'm panicking. That's not good. There's raptors right there. Okay, if I can land here for a second, just get in the water, maybe? Okay, that kind of helps. Shoot. Oh, that's a problem. Okay. Well, that was a problem, and that was incredibly stupid on my part. Because now we got to get back over there. We have cloth armor, which... Yeah, that's a thing I should have brought with me, isn't it? I have all this cloth armor. Didn't even think about it. All right, 30, 19. But I guess while we're here, we can go over the saddles that we have. Hyenodon, okay, we can't ride it, though. That's an issue. We have the Pachyrhino. We do have the Galley. And, oh, you know, we do have the Trike saddle. I completely forgot about this. So maybe it is somewhat of our interest to go for the Trike at some point. And then, by the way, yeah, I mean, the only thing we have is a Journeyman Hyenodon pack. So that's another thing. And then on top of that... That's a female. No! That stinks. I could use the flyers, but at this point, I have Sebastian over there too. Oh my gosh. Okay. What makes the most sense? Probably taking the Equus out to get over there. Probably makes the most sense. I mean, it's going to be a long trip, but at the same time, I don't think I have enough resources to make another saddle. What's going to be easier? I think this is probably going to be better for us. It's a little bit of a longer trip, but... I'd rather have it be a little bit of a longer trip, and I'd rather be a little bit safer. So, very stupid on my part. Apologies for that, guys. Yeah, no, I was more focused on making sure we didn't die from heat exhaustion. And we're already taking damage from a heat wave. Oh my gosh. We might just have to kind of hop in the water and hope for the best. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a pretty bad situation, if I'm going to be honest. All right, so we have 2 options. I can either head up the river this way, get there a little bit quicker, or go down a little bit further, take the second river up, and it might be a little bit easier to deal with. This might be a bit risky, if I'm going to be honest. This area always seems to just have a ton of creatures. So, I don't know. Maybe we can get really lucky. Maybe be able to get around all this stuff without kind of picking a fight with anything. I mean, so far so good, but... the last thing I need right now is like a Microraptor or something, which could very well happen. Stamina-wise, we're not doing too bad. But we do have a Baryonyx coming up, and we do have Theres. So, would it be better to kind of backtrack and cross the river, or try to maneuver around the Theres? We got 2 Baryonyxes. Oh, shoot. Okay. I might try to cut through here. Yeah, there is a lot going on. Oh, my gosh. All right. Yeah, we're going to try to cut through to the other side, I think. I'm hoping this is going to be a little bit better for us. Okay. Seems kind of peaceful right now. This might have been a better option. All right, Theria on the opposite side. That's okay. Really cool looking iguanodon. $25, of course. Baryonyx. But I don't think the Baryonyx is going to aggro to us, so I think we're okay. If I see that the otter died because of those piranha, I'm going to be so pissed at myself. All because of 2 max level Moshops. And the fact that we were pretty much gonna die in like 2-3 seconds, right? Okay, so we're still doing all right here. I just need to literally get my stuff. Okay, so nothing's attacking. Cool. Okay. All right. We're just going to get back up in the air. Well, we're going to get our stuff first. Then we're just going to get back up in the air. Get you. Get all this stuff. All right, I guess you'll come with me. And now I can't carry anything. Because of the weight of this stuff. Oh my gosh, really? Okay, you know what? Okay. All right. Let's figure this out. I don't need the spoiled meat. I don't need that. I don't need stone. I would like to keep this, and I would like to keep this, but if I can't, then I can't. I throw it out. And that's kind of my punishment for... Yeah. Okay, so I am going to chuck all of this, and I'm going to put this in here, and now I can fly. Okay, there we go. All right, in the meantime, what other armor can I put on? Okay, so gloves were good. Head. And pants. All right, and we're good. Cool. And the Baryonyx is going after the 150 Moshopses anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. Well, anyways, guys, I guess we're going to be kind of just looking around here. I did end up spotting a Paleoraptor. Where did it go? Is that it right there? Yeah. What level are you? 55. What's with the 55s? I feel like that's all we've been seeing. But yeah, pretty much at this point, we can grab any loot drop except for red, I believe. I think everything else is kind of fair game here. Now, we do have that 150 Paleo Trike, so that's an option for the future. That's kind of it, if I'm going to be honest, you know? Yeah, we need to find some better loot, if I'm going to be honest. All right, I don't know how beneficial this is going to be, but I do see a blue drop, and I think just past that is another blue drop. It's a little tough to tell with the lighting. But I don't know, maybe if it's a blue with a ring around it, we'd be looking really good. I think that, no, that other one is still there. So this is just a blue, it looks like. Okay. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing, right? Oh, that's a scorpion. Get up there. Go. Oh my god, I can't fly. Are you kidding me? What did I get from this? Oh, that makes sense. Never mind. Okay, well, we ended up getting some wool that we had to drop. We ended up getting 92 oil, and we ended up getting rock carrot and probably something else that I just haven't noticed yet. Is that drop still there, or has that one went away? I think it's went away. Okay. Right? Yeah. Yeah. There is a yellow drop all the way on Herbivore, on Carno Island. The problem is, our weight is literally, like, already pretty much maxed out. Like, and we got another Hyenodon saddle. This is depressing. I don't think I can go for that. So I think we are just going to have to make our way back home and drop a few things off and kind of go back out. But I think... I don't know. Clearly, it's not a weight problem for us. I mean, we can hold up to 500 weight. Ooh, wait a second. I know this doesn't really have anything to do with what we're currently doing, but there's a meso. And it's a 95. Of course it is. You know what, guys? This is a pretty safe area, it seems like. Well, safe's probably not the right word, especially with compies right there, but I don't think we're going to get hurt is kind of what... Oh, my gosh. No, 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 no. I want you on passive. I want you on passive. Do not even think about it. Are we really dealing with this creature's hurt thing in this, too? If I can't cryo you... Okay. I'm okay with the creature being hurt thing. Wait, is that a... Oh, no, it's just a baby Phiomia. For a second, I thought it was a another otter. I was like, ooh, okay. So, I want to take a look at this... Oh, it was an iguanodon, okay. I want to take a look at this meso, because... I know we were looking at it a couple of episodes ago, and it didn't really end up coming across. We were in a bit of a chaotic situation, but you know what? If we can get a different shoulder pet right now, not to say I'm not happy with the otter. I absolutely love the otter, but kind of like what I mentioned that, yeah, might want to go for a bit of a change of pace. I just want to see what this thing can do. So where is... The meso's right there. I mean, it is literally by itself. Like, there is no reason why we shouldn't go for this, right? All right, 7%. Not bad. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take for the next feed, but I guess we'll kind of just hang out and we'll kind of watch it. But yeah, usually with these kind of tames, right, the second feed takes like a really long time. I'm kind of wondering, is it going to make the most sense? 140 iguanodon, wow, okay. Is it going to make the most sense to literally just... I don't want to scare this thing. I can feed. Okay. To just use Sebastian to be able to get loot drops and stuff. That was actually kind of quick, right? That seemed a lot quicker than... Oop, feed. Okay. I don't want to end up spooking this thing. I'm glad that I can kind of feed it from a distance. I never thought that you could actually do that. But yeah, that's certainly nice. Okay, wait till it's hungry again. Okay. Okay, getting a little too close. Okay, back away. Speaking of which, there's a raptor over there. Male paleo 145. We need a female. Shoot. I mean, I guess we could tame it, right? I don't know why. I kind of like having the cryo ball out. I don't know why. I feel like I can aim a little bit better. I know that's kind of silly, but I feel like it's just giving me a better reach for some reason. I don't know. I feel like I'm able to do this a lot easier, and I'm not scaring the meso. Because usually I end up going a little bit too close to these guys. And that's what causes the issue. Oh my god, really? Thank you. I don't think Sebastian's going to get in the way, but I'll kind of move you down here. But yeah, I think we're going to go for that 145 Raptor. Even though it's a male, and we're really looking for a female. If we can get one with, like, really good melee, and then possibly find a female at some point, whether it's in this episode or a future episode, I don't know. All right, we'll deal with you guys now. That's fine. No. Don't get too close to the meso. I don't want to freak that thing out. Okay. You stay there. We're in a pretty dangerous area. I really hope nothing comes up on us right now. And you know what? Maybe taming Mesopithecus is really this easy. And yeah, I've just always had a problem taming these things. I think it's nice having this little crosshair on here. I think that's what's really helping me out. Gonna move you just a little further down. What is it gonna be? 2 more feeds? Something like that? Don't really care about its stats or anything, if I'm going to be honest. Really, 99.3. Okay. Well, 1 more feed. If we end up screwing this tame now, I'm going to lose it. Wait until it's hungry again. Come on. There we go. We got a monkey. Sweet. All right, we're throwing you straight away, because it doesn't really matter what level. I guess we'll take a look at your stats now. Okay, so with the monkey, we are looking at 20 points into health, which is 575 health. Let's do that again. 575 health, which is 20 points. 420 stam, which is 32 points. 105 in weight, which is 25 points. And 218 melee, which is 20 points. Yeah, their weight stat is so crazy, honestly. That's what a really, really nice thing about them. Yeah, I mean, the fact that they can literally... Are there any other ants? There they are. Okay, I was going to say, I knew there were a couple of other ones. All right, let's get rid of you. Cool. And you know what? We can get rid of you. We have a baryonyx. 20, okay. Where's this 145 raptor? Is it still... No, it's dead. It was right there. Well, there's the raptor. All right. Oh, you better not be going... Okay. I was going to say, you better not be going for me, dude. Okay. Well, 145 raptor, not going to happen. We got a meso. That's cool. We do have this 140 iguanodon here, but at the same time, we don't have... I don't know. I like iguanodons. I just don't think that's something that we really are looking for right at this moment. Somehow we got a level. I am still a little confused about that, but it is what it is. I feel like we're getting levels, like, really fast. Okay, yeah, no. You're not going to be able to carry this. That's fine. I need to drop you. You. You know what? Screw it. You can take the food. Fine. Whatever. We'll make more if we need to. You. Take. I'm going to keep you. Actually, you can go on the otter. You. Okay, cool. Let's do this real quick. And we'll throw that onto you, and we'll throw that onto you if we can. Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how our weight stat is just so bad. I'm kind of wondering at this point. There is a part of me thinking of loot and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. We do have a previous life to talk about still. Let's kind of put it that way. Now, oh. Screw previous life. This might be really good. All right, come on. Yellow drop with a ring around it. This is what we've been waiting for. Can I get on top of you? This is something that used to be a thing in Ark Survival Evolved. You used to be able to land on them? No, I don't think so. No. I used to do this during the Christmas event, you know, when the presents come down and everything. You can kind of land onto the thing and ride the gift down. Which is kind of cool. Oh, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad because I don't know what the heck is in the area here. Oh, when it's like the densest forest. You've got to be kidding me. Really? All right. Well, we're going to have to sit here a second. We're going to have to wait for this to come out. The problem is, if this has really good stuff, how the heck are we getting home? Well, no need to worry. It didn't really have that good of stuff. Okay, I don't need you. I will keep you. I don't need you. I don't need you. And there we go. Okay, so that was kind of not really that good. But yeah. I don't know. I am kind of thinking we are getting to the point that maybe not the creatures, but maybe we start looking at the loot that we had over there. I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts and everything, but we'll have to see. Maybe that's something that we do instead, because I don't want to start farming for loot now, and then we're going to go ahead and get that stuff eventually anyways, you know what I mean? So maybe we just go ahead, say screw it, and go over there and just get our previous life's loot. Maybe that's something that we do. I don't know. I guess another thing, too, is maybe at that point we just say screw it and give us the creatures, too, over there. I know that was something I originally said I didn't want to do, but I did get a lot of comments from you guys saying that there is a way that I can go ahead and allow myself into the tribe in order to get the creatures and stuff, because I'm going to be honest, guys, kind of behind the lens here. I've already had a plan with the loot. Basically, it's something that's already, you know, I kind of have an idea already set in stone. So, apologies for a bit of a spoiler, but there's already been an idea. The creatures has been a little interesting, because originally I was like, no, we're not going to get the creatures. We're just going to eventually get the loot in one way or another, and that'll be that. But you know, you guys have been saying like, oh no, there isn't kind of an easy way to do it. So I'll have to look over the comments again just to see exactly how it's done. Like, I think there's a way I can force myself into the old tribe in order to get the creatures. And then I can go ahead and leave that tribe after the fact. But the old creatures will now be mine. So I don't know yet. I don't know about the creatures. I don't know about the loot necessarily. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. And let's go into a little bit of fortitude. There we go. I'm going to be honest, guys. I know this was a little bit of a slower episode. I was expecting to go out to just get like a lot of loot and everything, but I am at a bit of a pass here because it's like, okay, the weight is horrible on the Pteranodon. And I already knew it was going to be bad. I didn't think it was going to be this bad. Like, this is bad. Where I can barely carry anything and all that. So I think here's what we're going to do. Next episode, I think we are going to make a little bit of a trip. Unless something enlightening happens while I'm on the way home here and I have a completely different idea. I think I know what we're going to do in the next episode. And, well, it may have to do with heading over to a different map. We'll have to see what happens. But, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up the episode here, unfortunately. I was hoping to be able to get a little bit more done in this one, but I do think that this is just going to be really slow. And we've already had a bit of an issue with ended up dying, and we ended up... I can't even get that drop. That's the thing. It's like, I want to go for these drops, but it's like, I don't have enough weight to be able to get myself home. So it's almost like, why? You know what I mean? So I'm going to wrap up the episode here. It's going to take me a little bit to get on home. Hopefully nothing bad happens. If anything bad happens, of course, you guys will see it at either the end of this one or you guys will see it at the beginning of the next one. We'll have to see what happens. But I have a bit of a plan. And I think I know what we're going to be doing in the next episode without giving too much away here. But guys, that is going to wrap up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We also do have channel memberships here on the channel. They start at $1.99 each. Greatly appreciate if you want to check that out. There is a join button down below for a little more information. Yeah, we got members only series, so that's kind of cool if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you all in the next one.